So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the German twisted cast on, which also gets called the Old Norwegian cast on. It's a slightly more elastic cast on, and I like to use it in my patterns a lot. And I usually use it in combination with the long tail cast on in sections of ribbing. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of using the German twisted cast on to match my purl bumps, and then I'll use the long tail cast on to match the knit stitches. So I'm just going to show you how the German twisted cast on works. First of all, this won't be a video about the long tail cast on, but the setup for it is the same as the long tail cast on. So you do have a long tail of yarn, and then you also have the working yarn, and I've made a slip knot on my needle to begin. And I'm holding the yarns the same way you would for a long tail cast on. So the tail of yarn is wrapped around my thumb, and the working yarn is wrapped around my index finger, and I just hold the ends of the yarn with my remaining fingers in place. So for the German twisted cast on, you're going to come underneath both strands that are coming around the thumb, and then you want to bring the needle back down through the loop formed by the thumb. And I usually just move my thumb ever so slightly so that I get this strand of yarn around my needle showing. Then I go over and catch the strand coming around my index finger. Then I need to come back down through the center of the loop on my thumb, and then I let that come off my fingers so that I can slightly tighten up the stitch just made. So I'll show you that again. Underneath both strands coming around the thumb, back down through the center of the thumb, then over and catch the yarn coming around the index finger, and back through the center loop on the thumb. So there I have 2 stitches cast on with the German twisted method. So let's say I was doing a 2x2 ribbing, I would have started differently, not left that slip knot there, but so I've got 2 German twisted. So now let's say I was going to do 2 long tail to match what would be 2 knit stitches. I would do that, and then I would switch back to 2 German twisted, and just carry on in that manner. And obviously if it was 1x1 ribbing, I would just be doing 1 of each instead. So I'm not sure how well you can see this, but there is a very slight difference between those German twisted stitches and the long tail cast on. There's a little bit more of a bump kind of showing below the German twisted cast on stitches. So that's what I was referring to as just a sort of little detail that will match the ribbing, so it will match the purl columns of the ribbing. And that's it.